welcome to Fun Guy's Kitchen. I'm Fun Guy the Entertainer, and today I am going to create kind of my own recipe. I had a few things rumble around in my head, and I did some research and I found a few things that looked close, but I wanted to try something different. So this is an experimental one. Basically, it's a combination of a sweet and sticky baked chicken with cauliflower and broccoli. It's going to be one of those one-pan meals again. I like these one-pan meals. They really seem to work well. And technically, I'm also going to create a pasta dish off to the side. So 2 pots. You can't really cook the pasta at the same time. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a lasagna pan or a 13 by 9. 13 by 9 is going to be really tight, so a lasagna pan is a better deal. For those of you who don't know what that is, this says 36 by 0.8 by 27.9. It's obviously bigger than the 13.9, so this is really good. You're going to need a bowl, and of course, if you remember to do this, you don't have to do this, but it works so much better. The night before, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your chicken in a brine solution in the refrigerator overnight, which is what I did. When you soak chicken in a brine solution, it marinates the meat a little bit, but it also pulls out the extra blood and stuff like that some people kind of freak out about. So this has been marinated. I don't need to marinate anymore, or brine solution anymore, so I'm going to dump the brine out. Pretty simple. Some people say to dry the chicken afterwards. I have never thought that was really all that important. Okay, what we're going to need for this today is balsamic vinegar, honey, brown sugar, a low sodium soy sauce, and some garlic. My honey has actually gotten a little old. For those of you who do not know this, honey never goes bad, and I mean never goes bad, but it does start to crystallize. So what I did is I'm putting this by the heat from the oven to help warm it up so that it'll mix up a little better. The spoon got a little hot actually. So what you're going to do first of all is put your balsamic vinegar and soy sauce in your bowl. I already had them measured out to save time. Everybody says that they do like the pre-stuffed done, pre-prep stuff done better. Roughly, if you're using fresh garlic, you're going to want roughly 3 cloves minced. You know me, I like to do the pre-diced. Mix it up a little bit. And then try to get the honey to go in there. It is a little warmer, so it has softened up a bit. I suppose I probably could have put this in the microwave, but I don't really like microwaving honey. They say you can do it, but every time I do it, it gets kind of watery on part of it and stays thick on the other. I'm going to stir this around a little bit. Okay. Now, you have 2 different options with your pan. One of 2 things. You could either spray it or line it with aluminum foil. Today we're just going to spray it. So I've got my pan spray here. I'm using an olive oil spray. You can use pretty much anything you want. Do not use the baking spray because it has flour in it and that's going to be a little weird. Okay. First thing you want to do is you want to drop your cauliflower and broccoli in right away and stir it. You want a pretty good coating on your vegetables. Okay. While that's sitting in there, you line up your chicken. Like this. Now, what I'm using is drumsticks and skinless, boneless breasts. Normally, as you know, I love wings, but I didn't have any available today. So, we're just doing these. Pretty simple. Looks like I have to make a little bit more room, so we'll push this way and push this one in here. Okay. Now, we literally pour everything right across the top here. Probably should have had a rubber spatula out here. Scrape it in. Oh, preheat your oven to 450 degrees. It'll be on the video, so you'll know, and in the recipe part. So I should have said it right away. Okay, and then we push the vegetables down in the holes. Now, I've never seen a this recipe done with the vegetables before. I suppose I can move this over so I'm more centered. I'm thinking this will work. If it doesn't, it's still a learning experience. So, put that all in here. Okay. We're going to put this in the oven, in the middle of the oven. It's already been preheated, so we're ready to go. We're going to set the timer for 30 minutes. Not 3 hours. That was weird. Okay. Set the timer for 30 minutes. Oh, I forgot the brown sugar. I'm going to sprinkle the brown sugar on top. See, I got ahead of myself. So I'm just going to sprinkle the brown sugar right on top. I should have mixed it in there. See, we missed that. So I'll put the brown sugar in there, mix it in on top. We're also going to do a little bit extra on the side. We're going to heat it up in a pan when we're down to about 20 minutes to heat it up so that when the timer comes out, we can pour a little, we're going to turn everything over and pour a little bit more sauce and do it for another 15 minutes and it'll be all done. That's it, all right? I'll be back in just a little bit. All right, Fun Guys Foodies, made a little bit of a correction. Because of how much extra pan I had, I ended up making a larger batch of the sauce on the side. About half, again, as much as I used for the first. So that would be a quarter cup of vinegar, quarter cup of honey. I added all the brown sugar. I did the full, actually I did 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar in here. And the 1/8 of a cup of soy sauce mixed right into this pan. We heated it till it came to a boil. It went faster than I thought it would, so now I'm reheating it because it needs to be hot in order to spread it. So the timer just went off. We're going to pull the chicken out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's get this out here. Okay. It looks like with the high temperatures, we burnt a little bit of the chicken or the vegetables, but that's really not that big of a deal. We have got this sauce is now nice and liquidy, and we're going to smear it on the top of all the chicken and the vegetables, but the chicken first. Remember, this is a brand new recipe that I'm creating by mixing a couple different recipes that I found online. I thought this might work. I'll let you know when it's all completely done, of course, how it comes out. I do like the concept of it. The one thing that I'm a little concerned about is the chicken doesn't look as cooked as it should be, in my opinion. It's still going to go back in the oven for another 15 minutes. So that'll probably finish it off. All right, now we just pour all the extra juice that we just made. I'm going to call it a, I don't know what exactly to call it. It's not really a barbecue sauce. It's a honey vinegar and soy sauce mix. And brown sugar honey. We'll just call it a brown sugar honey mix. Okay, this is all in here now. We're going to put this back in here. We're going to set the timer for 15 more minutes. While that is cooking, I'm going to cook up my noodles. And the noodles go off to the side and everything else will go in one pan. So we'll be back in a little bit and show you how it came out. Alright, Fun Guys Foodies, timer's about ready to go out. We're going to pull this out. We're going to check the temperature with the thermometer. You always want to make sure on chicken that it's done properly. And since this is a new thing that I'm creating from a bunch of different recipes, not sure how it's going to work out, so we're going to test it. Timer goes off right there. That's good timing. Let's pull this out and see how it looks. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Although it does look like the vegetables did get a little too cooked. So this may not be a good recipe with the vegetables in the meal. May have to do the vegetables separately. Let's see how this comes out. 194, that's definitely cooked. Let's check the breast. Yep. All right, it's done. That's how this works. What I'll do is I'm going to let this sit for 3-4 minutes so it absorbs everything, cools down a little bit. I'll serve it on the plates, take pictures of it, and of course we'll eat it tonight. By the time this gets up here, I'll do a review on anything that needs to be changed. But and I'll come up with a name for this if it's not a total failure. If it is a total failure, the chicken is good, definitely going to be good. The sauce, the glaze, the sweet and sticky sauce is going to be really good. I can tell already. Before I went to clean everything, some of it hardened on the spatula, and I ate it. It was really good. So that's what this chicken's cooked in. So I'm assuming that the chicken's going to be really awesome. I just think that the cauliflower and broccoli got overcooked. We'll find out. I'll let you know later. Of course, don't forget we're doing our Win Dinner for Two and guest appearance on the show giveaway on St. Patty's Day, which is not that far away anymore, less than a month. So if you're new, make sure you're subscribed. Comment on any of the shows. I want to win dinner. You have to be able to come to Delavan, Wisconsin. It's Dinner for Two and guest appearance on the show. It's pretty fun. We've had a couple people do it already, and they enjoyed it tremendously. So I want to thank you for coming to my kitchen. I'm Fun Guy the Entertainer, cooking for you.